vegan.
Here's a recipe for vegan Chinese broccoli. This is what you need. You need some olive oil, some garlic, some rice vinegar, and some chili sauce, and some soy sauce. Heat the pan on low, some olive oil and some garlic, then put your broccoli in and sprinkle some soy sauce. Then get some rice vinegar and sprinkle it over the broccoli. Now add some sweet chili sauce to the broccoli. Now add some olive oil on top of the broccoli. Mix it up. Cook for 8 to 10 minutes or until tender. Now you have delicious vegan Chinese broccoli.
Alright friends, this has to be the easiest recipe ever. We are making some roasted veggies. You can kind of use whatever you want. I used 1 red pepper and half of a red onion, 1 zucchini, 1 large carrot, some broccoli, just kind of eyeballed how much I wanted. I used the equivalent of like 1 big sweet potato, but it was really 3 small ones. And then I drizzled it all with olive oil, added these seasonings. I tossed it all together and put it in the oven at 400 degrees for 20 minutes. Here's what it looks like when it's done. I served it over rice.
Today I'm making a delicious, healthy broccoli salad. Finely chopped broccoli, golden raisins, chopped Honeycrisp apple, red onions, pecans. You can also use sunflower seeds or walnuts, some carrots, half a cup of vegan mayo, 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar, a tablespoon of coconut sugar, a generous pinch of salt, and a little bit of pepper. Whisk that all together. We are going to pour it over all of our ingredients. Toss everything together until it's really well combined. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so good. This is really good if you make it 2 hours in advance. I'm making it in the morning to serve with dinner.
I love Panera's broccoli cheddar soup, so I veganized it. Olive oil, onion, and celery go into a pot. When soft, I add some flour, then veggie stock, oat milk, pumpkin puree, garlic powder, paprika, nutritional yeast, and Dijon mustard. Simmer for a bit before adding shredded carrot, chopped broccoli, and cream made out of sunflower seeds. Voila, vegan broccoli cheddar.
All right, we're making roasted broccoli. Grab a bowl, put the broccoli in the bowl, garlic in the bowl, avocado spray on the broccoli. Take the broccoli, put it in the air fryer, 15 minutes, 325. Salt, pepper, garlic. Enjoy.
If you love pasta but you want to sneak in some veggies, this is for you. I make a dairy-free sauce using some cashews and some spices, and then blend in some broccoli. You won't even know it's there. It just tastes like creamy pasta.
So I'm going to show you how I make my broccoli casserole. I start with soaking some cashews, and then I'm going to blend them with some almond milk. You could also boil the cashews if you're low on time. I add some nutritional yeast. This is super important, so don't skip that. And then I add some smoked paprika, but you could also do liquid smoke. And then some chili powder and some garlic salt. And then I incorporate it all together. I think I also added some salt and pepper. You could do that too if you wanted. I then add my broccoli to a casserole dish. You could also add some cauliflower in there too. I then add my cashew sauce and bake it for about 30 minutes, around 375. And then after that I put some breadcrumbs on it and then put it back in the oven for around, 20 minutes. There you have it.
Super quick creamy broccoli soup today. So you're going to start with some fry light or some oil in a pan, whatever you fancy. Add in a large white onion and soften that up. You want to keep your broccoli stalks because honestly there's so many nutrients in the bottom of these and they make your soup so creamy. So add that to the onion, let that get soft. Then add a wee splash of water once all that starts to get soft. Add in the heads of your broccoli. Frozen broccoli also works a treat as well. And then once that's all started to get a tiny wee bit soft, you're going to add water, just kind of covering the veg. And then I had loads of spinach going off, so I just chuck in a massive handful of that as well. Crushed in a stock cube, added salt, pepper and garlic powder. Once that had all combined and was starting to get ready, I then blended all that once it was just ready for blending. And then I paired it with some of this free from garlic and herb soft cheese on a bagel, and honestly the combo was unreal. I definitely recommend that. Alright, so today we're doing creamy leek and broccoli tagliatelle. So as always, you want to start with some oil in a pan and 1 white onion. Then once that's softened down a wee bit, you want to add in a whole large leek. Let that soften down a bit, and then you're going to add in some lazy garlic, some lazy chilli, salt and pepper. Then once it's all combined and looks a little bit red from the chilli, you're going to add in a little bit of water to soften it up. Chop in as much broccoli as you desire and add that to the mix. Then add in about 1/4 of a carton of soy milk and let that reduce down. While that's happening, you're going to get your tagliatelle on to cook with some salt in the water obviously. Then I added a shit ton of nooch to the mix. Then once the tagliatelle was ready, I started to add a little bit of the water to the sauce. I think I added a little bit more cream as well, just because I wanted it to be a wee bit thicker because I was making loads. Drained the pasta, then I combined it all together. I start by adding half the pasta to the sauce, then the other half so that it doesn't all stick together. Then I served it up with chili flakes, loads of nooch and cracked black pepper. This was fucking fantastic and so easy to make.
Here are my tips to get the very best flavor from your oven roasted broccoli. You're going to toss your broccoli florets into a bowl, and my first tip is to not use too much olive oil, just enough. If you use too much, it's just going to steam and you won't get that great color. My next tip is to season generously. Whatever seasonings you decide to use, you're going to need a little bit more than you think. I used garlic powder, onion powder, and this umami mushroom powder from Trader Joe's, as well as a generous pinch of salt. My next tip is high heat. You're going to want to roast these at least 400 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes. When they come out of the oven, they have all of these wonderful caramelized bits that are so delicious. Last tip is to give it a drizzle of balsamic vinegar. I'm using this glaze from Trader Joe's. You could also use a squeeze of lemon, something to give it a nice brightness. Give it a try, you're gonna love it.